What can we do to improve this situation? Mr. Stansbury had an idea. Following work has been prepared with a view to such an experiment. It is written expressly for the use of boys, and it has been the aim and effort of the writer to bring down the subject completely to a level with their capacity to understand it. It's true that in 1827 such education was focused on boys, not girls. But the point here is that this catechism was designed for young people. It was not reserved to those who could afford a higher education, or even for those for whom secondary education was an expectation. This tool was written so the subject could be understood by 19th century boys. I would hope that Americans would be at least as capable of understanding the material today as they were almost 2 centuries ago. Whether he has succeeded, the trial must show. He has purportedly avoided all abstruse questions and has confined himself to a simple common sense explanation of each article. Mr. Stansbury avoided the more abstruse or difficult to understand questions, focusing on the basic, common sense understanding of each part of the Constitution. That is yet another reason why our excuses for not being familiar with it rings hollow. It is very possible some inaccuracies may be discovered, and should this be the case, they shall be carefully corrected should the work be so far approved as to reach another edition. Mr. Stansbury, like us all, was human. That means it was possible for him to make mistakes. The fact that he recognized this and made accommodation for future corrections says a lot about both his character and our ability to trust what he is teaching. In the meantime, he cannot but indulge the hope that in laying this little offering upon the altar of our country, he has rendered her an acceptable service. This is another example of Mr. Stansbury's apparent humility. He sees this catechism as an offering made to his country, with the hope that his service is acceptable to her. Would the American people also make an offering to their country? An offering of time and effort to become acquainted with the Constitution?